What's up everyone, I'm Jack Stern and it's time for us to get into the world of music. This is The Rundown. First in the news is the latest from indie rock artist St. Vincent. Continuing to build on the success of her Grammy Award-winning self-titled album, she has just announced that her latest album, Mass Seduction, will release on October 13th. With this announcement also comes a new music video for her single New York and yet another single, Los Angeles. When I look at these singles, I'm really struck by St. Vincent's ability to ride the line of mainstream and marketable while still holding on to a unique and artful persona. The first single, New York, is a slower, more somber ballad that exemplifies the best aspects of St. Vincent's ability to harmonize with her own vocals. It's a smooth and melancholic song with a mood that's atypical compared to most singles from artists in the indie and pop spheres. Then you've got the next song, Los Angeles, which is more akin to her previous hit songs like Digital Witness, with its danceable percussion and whiny guitars, coupled with some lyrics parodying the vapid nature of Los Angeles culture. Some fans of Annie's more guitar-focused earlier work may be disappointed by the clearly more poppy direction of this song, but in my opinion, it works in the song's favor. Now let's talk pop. Not Coke or Pepsi, I'm talking some high-key, conglomerate commercial pop music. If you live under a rock, you might just now be hearing that Taylor Swift is starting a new hype train for her new album titled Reputation. Accompanied with some new singles, T-Swift is back to ruling the charts again with this latest round of promotional material. However, her rap sheet might not be as flawless as she portrays, especially after the latest round of controversy attached to the new tour she has just announced. Fans of hers are up in arms about her latest collaboration with Ticketmaster to incentivize fans to purchase merch and view her content to gain a space in a lottery to be placed first in line to buy tickets. Ticketmaster justifies the system to keep tickets out of the hands of bots and scalpers. Most other people, though, are throwing shade at Swift for trying to extort fans into opening their wallets for a reward they might not even receive. This is a really shady system that I think treads the line of fleecing the wallets of Swift's legions of devoted fans. In other news, LCD Soundsystem has made their return from retirement with their latest album, American Dream. After breaking the band up in 2011 and having an extravagant farewell concert at Madison Square Garden, James Murphy has reunited the band a mere 5 years later. Some fans feel that James is kind of selling out and cheapening his original plan to end the band before its music got stale. However, when 5 years later the void left by LCD's unique blend of 80s dance, new wave, and punk hasn't been filled, I really don't mind hearing some more material from them. American Dream is in many ways a return to the usual mash of new and vintage sounds that LCD was originally so beloved and sometimes hated for. If you still thought James Murphy comes across as a pretentious hipster, then you aren't going to change your mind here. If you instead identify with James Murphy's universal sense of fear in the face of a midlife crisis, then it's safe to say you'll probably dig this album. It doesn't have the same impactful punch of the more classic LCD records like Sounds of Silver, but it's still got that sense of flair that made them so attractive in the first place. And lastly, I want to get into the vast number of hip-hop headlines that have hit the streets. Inside of the courtroom, artist Gucci Mane is getting his probation removed. After just being released from prison a year ago and revitalizing his career with a constant stream of albums, Gucci is set to release his autobiography soon on September 19th. XXXTentacion, however, is far from being free of legal troubles. The Devil May Care rapper has been credited with helping popularize the new trend of emo and punk influences in trap music, with Boris songs like Look at Me and his new sensationalized album, 17. X is still set to face trial in October for the allegations of abuse that his former girlfriend has leveled against him. Until then, his ex-girlfriend has finally given a 124-page courtroom testimony detailing the exact magnitude of said abuse. And it's some high-key scumbag level stuff. Up until this point, fans of X have been trying to defend his abuse as just alleged abuse. With the details laid out so clearly in a courtroom, I don't know how these guys are going to separate the clearly dirtbag of an artist from his mostly vapid and juvenile music. That's just a real mystery to me. In a more underground space, Injury Reserve has just announced that they will release a new EP soon. The accompanying single, North Pole, is a more reflective and pensive song compared to the more hardcore and experimental bangers that the trio is known for. Featuring a very smooth Austin Vines theme from Frank Ocean's Self-Control, the song feels very genuine and poignant. The second verse from Richie with a T drives this point home with its phone call verse directed at a dead friend. The production is excellent as usual, further cementing this group as one of the more hot-button figures in hip-hop today. That's it for my latest rundown on the world of music. Tune in next time for more on Lowdown.